sends it out to my subscribers or not. Well, anyway, uh, apologies if the audio's bad at all. I don't have a microphone on, so we're gonna take these cool little pink stems. They have a lot of dead leaves on them, but if you see right there, those are seeds. Now, this is a really interesting plant. If you're not familiar with the channel, I believe this is actually a hybrid plant. I believe it's a lycopus. What I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna put them in a container. Lycopus berlandii, something like that. Sherardii. Lycopus sherardii. A lot of these plants don't have seeds. Now, what's weird about this, which makes me suspicious that it's probably not Lycopus sherardii, is the fact that these seeds are actually viable. Now, these are all of the ones that I actually grew this year. So, these are pretty much very fresh seeds. Now, my original population of these was collected from the wild because they were purple, and I was just like, oh, cool, they're purple. But their entire form is different than ones that would typically be purple, like Lycopus uniflorus. Now, Lycopus uniflorus means one flower. Water horehound that has one flower. Now, when you look at these, well, when you look at Lycopus uniflorus, it's not actually referring to having only one flower. It is referring to the sexual anatomy of those plants. One thing sticks out of their flower, and I believe it's either one of the stamens, but I believe it's actually the pistil that sticks out of the flower. These are not like that. Now, I've seen quite a few pictures that can kind of showcase that, well, there's a little bit of variation there, but I suspect that those might actually be misidentified plants, but it's hard to say. But, yeah, I'm just picking leaves off and then putting this doesn't even have seeds on it. The whole stems into this container over here, and then I'll strip the seeds off of those. And then it rained last night, so they're going to have to dry for a little bit. So, once all that's done, it'll be the end of the stream. If anyone actually does join the stream, I would really appreciate to know how the audio quality is. I don't know if I'll see it pop up on the screen here or not, but yeah, just to reiterate again, Lycopus sherardii. Lycopus X sherardii, I believe it would actually be. I still can't. I wonder if this is on like how a normal live stream would be, or if this is on like the shorts live stream. I'm gonna have to check later. I'm really not sure. But this is gonna be quite a long process, so I'm just kind of doing the video to see if anyone wants to chat about cool native plants or anything like that. I don't know if I probably should have done some hashtags or something. But honestly, if people don't end up in the chat or actually watching the stream, probably just gonna do all this stripping of the leaves on the stream, and then I'm just gonna move on to how cool these are. A purple, really cool plant. Now, I don't actually remember what the pigment that makes these turn purple was called off the top of my head, but it is technically a stress pigment, and other plants in the genus do turn purple like this. It's just this population that I've found seems like it overproduces this purple coloration. So basically, the parent population specifically of these plants I'm cleaning right now, I have confirmed that those just come out of the ground purple. When they come back up every year, they just come back up purple. I grew them in the exact same environment as a population of what I've confirmed to be uniflorous, and they still came up purple. Now, if it was just the fact that these plants were stressed, I would assume that they would come up green. Or the other population of uniflorous would also gain these purple pigments. Now, another thing is it's typically a reaction to sun stress. And these were in the shade. Not where I originally collected them from, they weren't, but almost, yeah, literally every year actually, I have grown them in the shade. The only time they actually get moved around at all, really, is if I'm messing with them trying to figure out what they are, or if they are going somewhere else in wintertime, just to try and save the tubers from, drying out, freezing, dying. The other thing, it's actually kind of a diagnostic feature, is these stems. I'm not going to try and remember the botanical name for them, the scientific name for them right now, but there's actually a very tapered stem here, and then it kind of fans out with the leaf. Not atypical of uniflorous, Lycopus uniflorous, but it is, an interesting thing because Lycopus virginicus, which is the plant in, one of the parent plants of Lycopus extraordii is Lycopus virginicus. Lycopus virginicus and Lycopus uniflorus are the two parent plants. And there's actually a green one in here, which is interesting. I'm not going to save that seed off of that one because I would actually like to purify these as a completely purple strain. Some of these it's hard to tell for me, obviously. So I'm still going to end up with a bunch of seeds, but if I can prevent that, I'm going to prevent that. Here's another completely green one. No seeds on that one, though. The other reason that I think that these are a hybrid, other than weirdly colorful and weirdly, where consistently colorful, is the fact that these are just way hardier. Like way hardier. They get way bigger, way faster, and they don't really react to a lot of changes in an environment, really. Like if it starts getting really dry, they don't really seem to care as much. If it's really wet, they, still do pretty well because this is a water-loving plant. Both parents are water-loving riparian zone, swampy area plants. And I think specifically Lycopus virginicus is more of a swamp-dwelling plant, but I've never seen it in the wild just yet, to my knowledge. And just because of how hardy and aggressive this plant really seems to be, that's kind of an indicator of, I forget what the word's called, hybrid vigor. That's what it's called. So just because this plant is so aggressive and tall and fast growing and hardy, I think it's hybrid vigor. Because it just looks so much different compared to Lycopus uniflorus, which I do have a confirmed population of. Talking the whole time is so hard. At least it's something stupid and mindless. It's basically what they end up looking like in the wintertime. Just stalks of seeds. There's a big ball of them right there. Hey, watch this, watch this. Really long. But gross. There is going to be a video getting uploaded tomorrow using Virginia ground cherries to make a jam. Hey, I just noticed somebody liked the video. Thanks for tuning in and watching this. Say hi in the chat. Let me know how the audio's seeming. Because I actually don't know. I do have a microphone that I could use, but I'm not using it right now. This is Lycopus X Sherardii, I believe. It's a hybrid. I was just on a whole rant. I don't know if you heard any of that or what. I gotta get rid of this plant material though. This is all sorted through. Still more to do. Gotta strip the seeds. Been a very busy time of year stripping seeds and stuff. There's seeds all over the table, actually. Thanks, Anthony Lester. Oh, the chat disappears after a couple seconds. How's the audio sounding to you? I don't know how long the delay is on this, so if I'm not paying attention, I might not be able to catch it. You already said it, I guess is why I'm saying that. The way that I strip these seeds, because they're still going to need dried, just pull them off the plant, put them in this container. Gotta make sure I get all of them. But I have a lot of plants. I actually already collected a lot of these seeds. Thanks for letting me know, Anthony. Probably next time I'll be using a microphone. I'm not sure. I haven't done a whole lot of streams like this. I got another question for you. How'd you actually end up finding the stream? I feel like I'm trying to have a conversation, but I'm trying to keep talking at the same time. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny. Pretty balls, I say. Oh my. This one only has like 5 seeds on it, probably. Okay, they all count. They're all part of a greater scheme of mine. Greatest scheme of all. Actually, I should kind of show off how awesome and extremely pink these stems are. Now, in the more towards the spring, they're like completely dark, like burgundy. And they're really cool looking, but they sort of fade off towards the end of summer. Like once you get July, they start turning a little bit more green and stuff. But before then, they're just straight, like, purple. They're super nice. So actually, I label these seeds as purple lycopus. I keep blocking my face, I'm seeing. Alright. It'll be alright. And, because I have not actually confirmed that these are Lycopus Sherardii. There's these seeds off here. I don't want to drop a bunch of stems in there. Makes it harder to clean them up later. There's two ways that you can do this. You can pull them this way. That's really violent. You might send some seeds flying. Or you can pull them downwards, which I'll show you that real quick. But that actually brings off a bunch of plant filaments with it. Like that. So that's not great, especially trying to clean them. But I just kind of jump back and forth between these here because at some point I just got to do whatever's most efficient for whatever stem it is. Something I actually talked about in one of my Yappin' Plants videos, I called them, is that these have a really strong, fruity, like potpourri smell to them. Yep, and these ones still have that. I forgot to check my Uniflora seeds to see if they did or not. I'm not sure that they did though. I barely got any around, like maybe 20 or 30 seeds. I lost all yours. Yeah, that's okay. Appreciate anybody coming by and having a little chit chat and stuff like that. Keeps me entertained. Hopefully this is entertaining for you as well. I don't know if this automatically uploads or not after the stream is done. There's a bit of good information in here. So yeah, literally, once these seeds are done, I got a couple others I'm gonna do, but I kind of want to get this done and then I'll probably be done with it. I'm actually getting a fair amount of seeds. I think I'm gonna get about as much as I did off of my big established plants. I might even get more. So that'll be really nice. I'm actually gonna make a separate file for these because there is potential that these back cross with Lycopus uniflorus. So it'd be interesting to kind of compare the populations. That's what's really fun about like herbs, because they can flower in the first year that you plant them, but they're perennial. So like you can try and do crossbreeds and stuff, and you'll just have a long line of like stuff to look at to like compare your populations, especially if it's like unstable populations, which I suspect these aren't an unstable population. It's hard to say because I haven't confirmed species on this. Is a hybrid a species? I don't know. I just belched almost threw up. That's probably a debate that I'm not smart enough for, as much as I try. Man, I'm running out of plants here. No one's in the chat, so no one's watching. I'm missing my amazing commentary about a plant that you've probably never heard of, probably don't care about, but I care about it. I care about it a lot. because it's cool. It's purple. It's purple like Otis. And I wonder if Anthony is a subscriber. I have no idea. I wonder if this is just like on the short streams. And because it's on the short streams, if this is just being through the short streams, it's probably annoying that this is a horizontal video. Somebody's back here. Hey. Oh, they're gone. They're gone. Oh well. I don't understand the short streams, I gotta be honest with you. You're just scrolling and scrolling, and then it's just a stream. I don't want to stream. I don't want to interact with the creator while I'm like, I don't know, at work and bored. Just want to like scroll through YouTube Shorts real quick, see what people are doing. Curious. Yeah, I really appreciate people actually join the stream, especially if they like they at least say hi. You know, they at least say hi. Like that's always nice. I don't keep going out of saying. There's only 3 stems to do yet. Not many seeds on them either. Once these are done, the stream's done. These have to dry out. And then they're just going to get put right in the vial. And that's sort of boring. So, very waxy. A waxy film on these. And they're actually extremely bitter. It tingles. They're so good. These ones are so much more bitter. Oh, hold on. Oh my god, they're bitter. It is water. Water soluble though, so that's nice. You know, I've had a really bad streak of luck. That's the last step. It's just like, put it in there. Putting things in my mouth that I think aren't going to be that bad, and then they are. I'm going to collect the seeds that are on the table. Because there's not any seeds that I don't want on the table. There we go. That's what we got. These dry out and I'll process them more another day. Thank you for anyone who tunes in or watches this or something. Goodbye. I don't know how to end the thing. Goodbye.